What if our universe isn't the only one? What if everything you know, every star, every galaxy, every moment of your life is just a tiny fragment of something far bigger? A vast, hidden reality where countless other universes exist alongside ours, some almost identical, some completely alien, and in some, another version of you might be watching this video right now. This is the idea of the multiverse, and today we're going to explore one of the most mind-bending concepts in modern science, the possibility that reality itself is much larger than we ever imagined. Welcome to Space Know-How. Let's begin. The universe we observe is already unimaginably huge. It contains hundreds of billions of galaxies. Each galaxy holds hundreds of billions of stars, and around many of those stars orbit planets. But here's the strange part. Everything we can see, every galaxy, every photon of light, exists within what we call the observable universe. And the observable universe has a limit, not because space ends there, but because light hasn't had enough time to reach us from beyond that boundary. So beyond what we can see, there could be more universe, far more, possibly infinite. And if space truly is infinite, then eventually the patterns of matter must repeat. That means somewhere out there could be another Earth, another solar system, another you, not similar, not inspired by, an exact copy, same memories, same life. This is the simplest form of the multiverse idea, an infinite universe, naturally creating duplicates. But things get even stranger, because some scientists believe there aren't just more regions of our universe, but entirely separate universes, each with its own laws of physics. To understand this, we need to go back to the very beginning, the birth of our universe, the Big Bang. Around 13.8 billion years ago, everything we know began from an incredibly hot, dense state. Then it expanded rapidly. But according to a theory called cosmic inflation, this expansion didn't just happen once, it may still be happening in different regions of space, creating what scientists call bubble universes. Imagine boiling water. Bubbles form, expand, and separate from each other. Each bubble is its own isolated space. Now replace water with reality itself. And each bubble becomes a universe. This is known as the inflationary multiverse. In this model, our universe is just one bubble among potentially countless others, each one born from the same process, but evolving differently. In some universes, gravity might be stronger. In others, weaker. Some might expand too quickly for stars to form. Others might collapse almost instantly. And some might be perfectly suited for life, like ours. But there's another theory, one that comes from the strange world of quantum mechanics. At the smallest scales of reality, particles don't behave in predictable ways. Instead, they exist in multiple states at once. Only when we observe them do they choose a state. This leads to one of the most bizarre interpretations of physics, the many worlds interpretation. According to this idea, every possible outcome of every event actually happens, just in different universes. When you make a decision, you don't choose one path. Reality splits. In one universe, you made one choice. In another, you made the opposite. And both are real. This means there could be universes where history unfolded differently, where dinosaurs never went extinct, where humanity never existed, or where civilization advanced far beyond anything we can imagine, an endless branching tree of realities. Each one as real as ours, but completely separate. Then there's string theory, one of the most ambitious attempts to unify all of physics. It suggests that the fundamental building blocks of reality aren't particles, but tiny vibrating strings. And these strings may exist in more dimensions than we can perceive. Not just 3 dimensions of space, but possibly 10 or more. In this framework, different universes could exist in different configurations of these dimensions, like parallel layers of reality, stacked on top of each other, invisible to us, but still there. This is sometimes called the brain multiverse, where entire universes float in higher dimensional space, and occasionally, They might even collide. If that sounds impossible, you're not alone. The multiverse challenges almost everything we think we understand about reality because it raises a fundamental question. If there are countless universes, why does ours look the way it does? Why are the laws of physics so perfectly balanced for life? Why is the strength of gravity just right? Why do atoms hold together? Why do stars burn long enough for planets and life to form? In a multiverse, the answer might be surprisingly simple. Because there are so many universes, with so many different conditions, we just happen to be in one where everything works. Not by design, but by chance. This idea is known as the anthropic principle. We observe a universe compatible with life, because otherwise, we wouldn't be here to observe it. It's a powerful explanation, but also a controversial one. Because here's the problem. We currently have no direct evidence that other universes exist. We can't see them. We can't travel to them. We can't test them, at least not yet. Some scientists argue that the multiverse is more philosophy than science. Others believe it's a natural consequence of our best theories, and that evidence may eventually be found. For example, if our universe collided with another in the past, it might have left subtle patterns in the cosmic microwave background, a faint imprint of another universe brushing against ours. So far, nothing conclusive has been found, but the search continues. Because if the multiverse is real, it would completely transform our understanding of existence. It would mean that reality is not singular, but plural. Not one universe, but many. Possibly infinite, and somewhere out there could be a universe where everything is slightly different, or wildly different, or eerily the same. A universe where you made different choices, where history took another path, where the stars shine in unfamiliar patterns, or where the laws of physics themselves are rewritten. It's a concept that stretches the limits of imagination, and yet, it emerges naturally from some of our most serious scientific theories. So the question remains, is the multiverse real, or is it just a reflection of how far our curiosity can go? For now, we don't know. But what we do know is this: the universe has surprised us before. Again and again, every time we thought we understood our place in reality, we discovered something bigger, something deeper, something more mysterious. And the multiverse might be the next step in that journey, or the biggest illusion we've ever created. Either way, it reminds us of something important, that the true scale of reality may be far beyond what we can see, far beyond what we can imagine, and we're only just beginning to explore it. Thanks for watching. If this video made you question reality, you're not alone. And if you want to explore more mysteries of the universe, subscribe to Space Know-How, because the more we learn, the stranger everything becomes.